Hello everyone, my name is Mike Marino and today I'm going to be talking about time. Now, time is a very important subject to everyone because let's face it, we have one life, so we want to make the best use of our time. So we generally focus to a little area called time management, but of course it's really impossible to actually manage time. I mean, there's 24 hours in a day and no amount of doing things or changing our environment is going to change that. What I find really helps is energy management. I find the better I'm able to manage my energy, the more productive I will be. For example, getting some exercise and taking breaks from my work and eating a healthy meal increases my energy. So if I'm working, I know for me, if I take some breaks every once in a while, if I, exercise and eat, I will have more energy to be more productive in the day. And not only that, I notice that I get a lot more stressed if I don't do these activities. Say I feel like I need to get a bunch of things done, maybe in my business or my personal life. So I say to myself, you know what, I'm just going to sit here for the next 5 hours and I'm just going to hash it out. I'm going to hustle, I'm just going to work. Well, after that 4 or 5 hours, a lot of the times I still feel like I need to get some things done and I feel like I'm behind and I get all stressed out. What I'm starting to realize as I get older in my life, I tend to feel stressed out because I didn't take time to take a break to, eat a healthy meal or exercise. I find sometimes I won't exercise because I say, I don't have the time, but if I, tell myself, this is something really important, you need to take the time to exercise a little bit and actually do it, I find it decreases my stress and I don't feel like I'm running out of time. I almost feel like the feeling of running out of time is just due to me being tense and stressed out in the first place. So that's my 2 cents on that. I think energy management is very important. The more energy that we put in, the more energy that we could put out. If we're constantly putting out energy or trying to put in information into our minds and stick our heads into a computer screen for 5 hours straight without taking a break, that leads to burnout. But not only that, I find I'm a lot more happier and have more of a balance if I don't do stuff like that. Like if I sit there for 5 hours on the computer, then I get pretty cranky by the end of it and it doesn't become fun anymore, which I think is important. If we're going to spend our lives, it's great to feel good emotions and have that feeling of joy and fun when we do our thing. So I have a couple notes here, by the way. One thing that I think is important to use our time, I don't know what that sentence wasn't grammatically correct, but anyway, a good way to use our time is to create value. So we're either resting, recuperating, and gaining our energy, but where do we direct our energy to? Do we direct it to, doing useless things, or we can do it to create things? And what I really think is a good use is to create value. So I think a really good place to start with creating value is meeting the needs of yourself and meeting the needs of others. And a good model I always like to look at is Tony Robbins' 6 human needs. I have a list here. The first one is love and connection. People need that feeling of love and connection. There's a big community feel in humans. Certainty. So we need a sense of certainty. Like if things were different all of the time, we wouldn't be able to keep track of it. It would drive us nuts. But at the same time, we need a little bit of variety. If we had the exact same thing over and over and over and over again, like it would just get so boring that like it would feel like it was pointless to even live anymore. To a certain sense, I think I know what you mean by that, or I mean by that. Geez, significance. Humans have the need to feel significant, important. Then there's growth. Grow as a person, personal development, learn, and contribution. Contribute to the greater good, contribute to other people. So if you're able to help other people meet those needs or meet those needs yourself, I think that's a really good use of your time. If you're able to help another person feel love and connection, then I think that's a good use of your time. Personally, it makes you feel good, and by contributing, and it makes them feel good and meet one of their basic needs. So anyway, this video has gone far too long. I'm going to try to keep these a lot shorter in the future, like under 3 minutes. And me explaining the fact that this needs to be shorter is not making this any shorter. So I'm going to stop there. I do, however, have one more thing to say. I want to offer you a free lead generating system. So if you have a business, if you have an online business, or you're trying to grow your presence online, then I'll be providing a link in the description. I'll be putting that out there very shortly, so check that out. If you don't see it yet, just leave a comment and I'll be sending that to you shortly. Besides that, guys, have a great day. Peace.